Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to do the makeup that I have been doing for about the past week or two. I do have some new products that I tried out. It isn't a very subtle look, it is actually a very dramatic look, especially when it comes to the eyes, but I've been loving it. I want to do it every single day. I actually posted the real eye look that I do on Instagram yesterday. I will link that below so you can check it out. And I got the new Stila, their Magnificent Liquid Shadows or whatever they're called, and I wanted to use these two pinks that I bought and to really show you how I mix them to make this really pretty color. So let's quit talking and just get into it. I saw this on Tati's Best of 2017. It's the Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist. This is $15, which is kind of pricey for the drugstore, but it's a very big bottle. It has a great sprayer to it. I could literally spray this on. I could spray the whole bottle on my face. To prime and kind of glow up my face, I'm going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer, and then I'm just going to dot some Glow Shimmer Lotion on just some of the high points on my face. I've really enjoyed putting kind of like a liquid highlighter underneath my foundation lately. I'm not sure why. Does it do anything? I'm not really sure, but I feel like it does, and that's all that matters. So for foundation today, I'm not going to be using a beauty blender. I'm going to use my Morphe E6 brush. This is from the Elite collection, and I'm going to mix two things. The foundation is the Clique Beyond Perfection Foundation and Concealer 2-in-1, and this is the lightest shade. It is in 0.5 Breeze. It's literally the lightest shade that they have, and naturally it's still too dark, so I'm going to mix it with the NYX foundation mixer in white. Literally, it's they have a few different options to choose from. You can do, they have ones where you can make your foundation a different undertone, lighter, darker, add some glow to it. So I definitely recommend this. A little bit goes a long way. It is kind of runny when it initially comes out, or maybe that's just mine, but I do think it works very well. Like I said, you don't really have to squeeze it to make it come out. So I kind of just put a few dots, especially on my neck area, because that's the part that we really need to look blended. So then I just take my brush and I start blending in that double chin. Now I'm going to mix, where is my brush? Two concealers. This may seem a little bit extra, but with the Tarte Shape Tape, I just feel like I can't use it on its own, and I have to use a very small amount. This is the NARS Radiant Cream Concealer in Vanilla, which again, I'm pretty sure is their lightest shade. I just feel like with the Tarte one, I just can't use it on its own. It's very thick, very pigmented, so I kind of just like to do itty bitty dots with it just to highlight, and I find mixing it works best for me. Since we're here with all of our creams, I'm going to go ahead and set my eyes with the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. Just as a primer, since I don't really like using eyeshadow primer, this also kind of helps take away the dark circles that I have in my inner eye. Baked and ready to bake. Okay, so as always, I'm going to do the same face routine I always do. I'm going to bake with my Coty Airspun powder. This is a little sponge from Techniques. Sorry, I got one of their Christmas deals that they had. My mom bought it for me. It was like a little 12-piece set of all these different sponges that I didn't even know they had, so that was really cool. And then I'm just going to set the rest of my face with the Laura Mercier translucent powder, which I'm about to run out of, which makes me really sad because that means I have to go buy more of really expensive face powder. We're also just going to go ahead and set our eyes since we're here. Of course, we're going to use the Benefit Hoola Bronzer to bronze, and I'm going to use a Morphe E4 brush. This is just a slanted contour brush. I did get this month's Live Glam. I am planning on uploading a video. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded anything to YouTube, but I also haven't been doing my Live Glam subscription unboxing, which I'm really sorry about that, y'all. But this year I'm not working during the school week, so that should really help out a lot when it comes to uploading and all that good stuff. And then to highlight, we're going to go back and use the very first highlighting palette I ever had. This is the Becca Jaclyn Hill. It's the original collaboration. And I'm going to take this on a Morphe RG24 brush. This is a blending brush, but I like to use it for a highlight. And I'm going to mix Champagne Pop and Pearl This was my OG palette. This was my OG highlighting combination. Absolutely love these shades together, and honestly, even when I hit pan on this palette, I will save it. It's just one of those things you have to keep around, you know? You just gotta do it. So I really like to spray my face with my setting spray before I do my eyes, because normally I don't wait long enough and I make my mascara run or something goes wrong. So we're just gonna go back in with that Pixie spray. Use way too much naturally, and we're gonna start on the eyes. So I guess before we go any further, I can go ahead and do my brows for y'all so you don't have to look at this mess the whole entire time. I'm going to be using the It Cosmetics Brow Power. This is the kind of universal color. I did get it in this month's BoxyCharm. And I get a lot of questions about my eyebrows. Y'all, I don't like my eyebrows. I don't enjoy doing them, but since we're here, I'll just let y'all know how I do it. So first what I do is I just push all of the hairs, what little hairs I do have up, and I take my pencil and I just start kind of mimicking where these hairs are. I'm not really drawing in anything, I'm just kind of mimicking where some hairs are, where I would like some of them to be, and I'm just pushing up. And then I start to create my line here at the bottom, and I'm just using really small strokes. And I do need mine done, so it is a little bit messy right now. So we will go back and clean it up, because trust me, we will need to. With that done, I'm just going to bring all that down just like we did. And then I'm just going to start drawing here in little motions again like we did on the bottom, and I'm going to create that arch that I do have, but see, I have absolutely no hairs there. That's where my arch is, but I just have a bald spot, and it's absolutely obnoxious. And then I'm just going to start doing little brush strokes of where my hairs should be, but they're not. And then we're going to push all those hairs back into place, kind of blending out this bottom line that we made. It's a little bit bolder today, I guess, than I normally do. I guess we're just gonna go all out today. And then I'm just going to take that concealer brush that we were using earlier, and with whatever product is left on it, just kind of shape out any of the excess that we have here, because we messed up down here. I'm gonna clean that up a little bit. Super simple, and just like that, my basic brows are done. I only use one palette for this. I use the Tarte Amazonian Clay Matte Palette. All this goodness right here, and I use 3 brushes total, and then I use my little Stila liquid eyeshadows. So to start off, I'm going to take Force of Nature here on a Morphe PK36 brush, and this is going to act as our transition shade. So I'm just going to place this in my crease and just start doing windshield wiper motions. Kind of bringing it up a little, smoking it out on the side, making sure we're all blended. Alright. Now on a Morphe M521 brush, it is a blending brush, but it's very dense on the end. It's not just your typical blending brush. I'm going to take a mix of Wanderer and Dreamer, and we're just going to pack that on, tap off the excess, and then we are going to begin working this into our outer corner. And we are really going to focus this on the outer corner. We're not going to drag it all across the lid or all across the crease. We will blend it out as we get less shadow on the brush, but we really want all this color and all this pigmentation in the outer corner. And then we'll just start to blend in a little bit as we get a little bit less shadow on the brush. Flick it out to make sure we're all blended, rocking and rolling. Alright, so we have that initial shade down. On that same brush, not wiping anything off, I'm going to take Power Player, same brush, and we are going to go in the exact same motions. We're going to pack it on top of this shade in the outer crease, and again, we're going to focus all of the color on the outer corner and only bringing it into the inner corner as we have a little bit less product on the brush. we are going to switch brushes now. I'm going to use a Vanity Planet packing brush, and I'm going to mix 3 shades, Multitasker, Bombshell, and Fashionista. Fashionista, sorry, I can't say that. And we are going to pack this on the very, very, very outer corner. It's okay if we get a little messy like we are right here. And then with that same brush, again, not cleaning anything off, we are just going to begin buffing this out. Okay, so that original Morphe brush that we went in with, I did clean the top of it off, and I'm just going to ever so lightly just blend at the very top just to make sure that especially this black shadow is blended as well as it can be. Black is definitely a hard shade to work with if you're not careful, so I just want to really, really, really make sure that we don't have any harsh lines over here. And just to clean up while we will be putting on the Magnificent shadows, I'm going to take a Morphe G41 brush with some of that Coty Airspun powder, and I'm just going to literally just dab it right here and let it bake a little bit while we are putting on this glitter so it can pick up any fallout that we might have, especially over here. 2 different shades here. I have Sunset Cove and Ballet Baby. I kind of see it is Sunset Cove is more of the base color, and Ballet Baby kind of acts as like a topper, or kind of like a lip topper would be to a lip gloss. That's just kind of how I like to do this combination. So I'm not going to use anything to cut my crease besides these brushes, and I'm going to start out with Sunset Cove and then top it off with Ballet Baby. And you can use a very light hand with these. They're very pigmented. And I do go over my crease. That's just a personal preference of mine. And I bring it just a little bit over halfway. Oh, I absolutely love this shade. And then I'm going to take Ballet Baby and just run it over just to give it a little bit more of a glisten. I just kind of leave my eye like this for a while. I know it looks crazy, but I just want to make sure that it completely dries. Okay, so we are going to go back in with that Vanity Planet brush, and I'm going to take that last dark mixture of those shades that we did, and I'm just going to tap it on to where the eyeshadow and the glitter meet and just start tapping and blending. That way we don't have a harsh line between these 2 shades. To finish off the eyes, I'm going to take the Tarteist Paint felt tip liner and then my L'Oreal Volumish Lash Mascara. So going back to the very first shades that we used back with this Morphe brush, I'm going to go back in with Force of Nature, that initial transition shade that we used. And I really don't like to have a very smoked out lower lash line, so I'm just going to use this to add a little bit of depth and dimension down here. I'm not really big on super smoky, personal preference, all up to you. You could definitely use a black, a berry, a pink. I'm definitely not a big fan. With really bold eyes, I really prefer to do more of a neutral lip, if no lip at all. I know it's kind of weird to go out with all of this and no lip color, but I really just do like my natural lip color, or kind of when it has this foundation on it, to kind of make it a very nude effect without having anything on. But I think I want to kind of go with a very pinky tone just because my eyes are pinky. So I bought this little trio set from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's kind of like their nude pinky set, and this is in soft pink, and I actually really like their lipsticks. I like their lipsticks a lot better than their liquid lipsticks. You've been with me, you know that I'm really not a fan of their liquid formula, but I'm not really a big fan of a lot of liquid lipsticks. They just don't really work well with my lips. I'm always choppy, just doesn't really work. So this completes this look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, if you want to see what it looks like with a gold glitter instead of a pink glitter, I will leave the Instagram video that I did down below. If you have any video suggestions of what you would like to see, please leave them down in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to. One other update I have is I just released 7 new glitters for Texas House of Glitters on the site. If you follow us on Twitter, we do have a giveaway going on right now. So I will leave our shop, Instagram, and Twitter down below so you can check all of that out. But they're absolutely gorgeous. It's a great way to ring in the new year with some new shades. So I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!